So a funny thing happens when I wear this gray sweatshirt and when the sky is gray. The color of my hair matches my sweatshirt, and the color of my hair sometimes matches the sky. And that's just one of the signs of aging. In this English lesson, I'm going to talk about the signs of aging. And yes, the first one is gray hair. Now, I have gray hair in my beard. I have gray hair on my head. I'm trying to remember when I got my first gray hair. That's usually when people start to get a little bit worried that they're getting old. I think I got my first gray hair 10 or 15 years ago. I'm not sure. But anyways, welcome to this English lesson about the signs of aging. The first sign of aging I could think of, gray hair. The same color as my sweatshirt, the same color as the sky. So my grandfather on my mom's side of the family had a full head of hair when he was old. My grandfather on my dad's side of the family was bald, and I'm not sure which future is in store for me. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go bald like my grandfather from my dad's side of the family, or if I'm going to keep this full head of hair until I'm really, really old. We'll have to see. But that's another sign of aging, hair loss. Men sometimes go bald as they get older. Actually, some men go bald in their 30s, but for me, I'm just thankful so far that as I am in my early 50s, I still have a full head of hair. I do think, though, that I'm balding slightly. I think there's a little piece right here where the hair is starting to get thin. Sometimes your hair thins out, and then sometimes eventually you go bald. Another sign of aging. So if you look really closely at my forehead and around my eyes, I have a few lines and wrinkles. As you get older, you start to get lines and wrinkles. They usually start on your forehead and around your eyes. When I was young, my skin was smooth and it looked really, really nice. But as I get older, I'm starting to get lines and wrinkles, another sign of aging. I even have a few lines and wrinkles on my hands. When I look at my hands, they aren't the hands I remember that I had when I was 25. They look a little bit older, and I'm not really that old. But anyways, another sign of aging, you start to get lines and wrinkles on your skin. So it's quite bright out here, and when I came outside, I had my sunglasses, and I must have dropped them somewhere or something because I can't find them. So I guess I'll just have to squint as I talk about this part. Oh, here they are. They were just on my forehead. Forgetfulness. That is another sign of aging. As people get older, they tend to forget things a little bit more often than normal, regular aged people do. Again, I'm not that old, but I tend to forget things every once in a while. Sometimes I go to work and I forget to take my phone. The other day I went to town to make a video and I forgot to take my wallet. So forgetfulness, starting to forget things, definitely another sign of aging. And this is one that, yeah, I'm not really looking forward to. I don't mind wrinkles, I don't mind going bald, but I really like the ability to remember things. So hopefully as I get older, I can keep my mind really sharp and I can avoid forgetfulness. So just a minute, I have a text message coming in. I need to read this, yeah, I'm going to need to put on my reading glasses in order to do that. Okay, no problem. Jen wants me to get some milk from the grocery store today. I'll have to remember to do that. Having to wear reading glasses, poor eyesight, bad eyesight. This is another thing that is a sign of aging. As we get older, our eyesight gets weaker. Sometimes you need to wear reading glasses. Sometimes you need glasses to see things far away. And then sometimes you get contacts, or contact lenses, so people don't know that you're wearing glasses. For me though, a few years ago, I had to start wearing reading glasses. I don't have horrible eyesight. My eyesight is really good for seeing things in the distance, but when I read a book or when I look at my phone, I have to put on my reading glasses. Another sign of aging. When I was young, I went to a lot of concerts and they were really, really loud. I also worked in the construction industry in the summers when I was in university, and we used a lot of equipment and tools that were loud. And I didn't always wear hearing protection. So I hope I don't suffer from hearing loss as I get older. If Jen was to yell to me from the house right now, I'd probably say something like, "What? I can't hear you." I don't have hearing loss, but it is something that worries me. It could happen to me. I also drove a lot of tractors when I was a kid and operated large pieces of farm equipment. Yes, I did say when I was a kid. I started driving a tractor when I was 8 or 9 years old. So right now, my hearing is really good, but I am worried that as I get older, one of the signs of aging will be that I'll start to experience hearing loss. And we use another term as well. You can say hard of hearing. I hope I don't become hard of hearing. I hope that I keep my eyesight at least at the level it's at, and I hope that my hearing doesn't get any worse. Oh no, that's gonna hurt. One of the things that is a sure sign of aging is that you injure yourself easier. You have more aches and pains. If tomorrow my back is sore, I'll know it's from lifting that really big board, but actually sometimes at my age, I'm sore and I don't even know why. I'll wake up and my knee is sore or my elbow is sore and I won't know why I'm having aches and pains. So when you're young, you feel like you're Superman and you can do anything. As you get older, one of the signs of aging is aches and pains, and sometimes they're mysterious and you're not even sure why you're feeling sore in that area. When I was a kid, my dad would take a nap after lunch every day. When I was a kid, when I visited my grandparents, they would take a nap after lunch every day, and I always thought this was kind of strange. But now, as I get older, especially on the weekends, I love taking naps. Naps are awesome. One of the signs of aging is that you are tired more often. You experience more fatigue, and so you tend to sleep a little bit more. Maybe you sleep longer at night, maybe 9 or 10 hours instead of 7 or 8. And during the day, if you have a moment, sometimes you take a nap. Hey, if this is your first time here, thank you first of all for watching this English lesson about the signs of aging. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want to practice your English writing, and have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.